I'm Jenny Carlson here with Scott Wright. We're in Arlington, Texas for day 2 of Big 12 Media Days. Oklahoma State, one of the 5 teams here today, and Cowboys brought Spencer Sanders and Malcolm Rodriguez, and obviously lots of talk about Spencer Sanders. And going into this 3rd season as the Cowboys starter, what can we expect out of him? That was the question. We won't have the answer for a while, but Scott, what's your impression of his evolution, his development at this point?
Well, it sounds really promising. That's for sure. If you listen to Mike Gundy and even Spencer talk about it himself, he raved about the job that Tim Rattay, the second year now quarterbacks coach, has done with him over the past 2 seasons in getting him prepared for what's ahead. Mike Gundy says that Spencer has developed more in the last 2 months of spring ball this year than he did in the 2 years before that.
We've been very impressed and excited about Spencer's development. My personal opinion is last year the spring ball that he missed and summer conditioning because of COVID set him back. And I feel like that the 2 months that we watched him over spring ball, he's developed more than he has in 2 years. So we'll find out once the season starts.
A lot of positive talk about the direction that Spencer Sanders is heading.
Well, let's remember a year ago when Tim Rattay was new on the scene, they got one spring practice in before COVID shuts down. Didn't really have a lot of development time with Tim Rattay a year ago. Seems like that may be a different story now.
Yeah, it absolutely is. They're very close. Those 2 guys, Spencer Sanders and Tim Rattay, they work together really well, and they're putting in valuable work. It's work that is increasing the talent of Spencer Sanders, making him a better player, more effective player, and the Cowboys have to hope more efficient and more consistent.
I think that Tim Rattay has done a fantastic job of developing him, and he looked very comfortable as we wrapped up spring in the month of April.
Well, and that's probably the big question, Scott. I mean, a year ago we saw a Cowboy defense that really built on their late season improvement in 19 and became the bedrock of that team a year ago. They were the stars. Sounds like they're probably going to be similar again this year. Obviously, you got to always replace some pieces, but Cowboy defense looks solid. The question becomes, does Oklahoma State's offense sort of hit the accelerator to be like we saw so many Oklahoma State offenses be? Is Spencer Sanders the key to that, or is it somebody else?
I think it starts with Sanders, more so this year than any year in his career. One, he's older. I asked him if he considered himself a veteran. He said no, but he is going into his redshirt junior season. So he's an older guy that needs to be a good leader and needs to be the rock of this offense. So you don't have Tylan Wallace anymore. You don't have Chuba Hubbard in the backfield anymore. You've got to have somebody to be the ignition for this offense, and I think Spencer Sanders has to be the guy.
Yeah. Well, we'll have lots of coverage from Oklahoma State's Day 2 appearance here at Big 12 Media Day, so be sure to stay with the best coverage for Oklahoma State football at oklahoman.com.